Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here, returning to you for a movie review tonight. And hopefully you will enjoy this movie review for Migration, the 2023 film. This is one of the last few 2023 films I got left to review. Then I'll be moving on to 2024 films, probably next week sometime. So, pretty much, I'm going to discuss what I watched for this 83-minute movie, which featured Kumali Al Ninja Johnny, I believe is his name, and Elizabeth Banks, Keegan Michael Key, many other actors and actresses. I think Danny DeVito was in this too. But overall, yeah, let's dive into this movie review. Also, Aquafina was in this too. So, pretty much the whole premise of the story is these ducks or whatever are in their certain pond at the beginning of the film, and then they realize that they want to start exploring the world and migrating kind of a bit to different places. So that their goal is to go to Jamaica, and they make a few trips and stops before they do that. So pretty much, I think this movie was solid. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was a average movie. Um, and the overall script had a solid story. So they eventually got to where they needed to go at the end of the film, but they had a few encounters with some ducks, I think a pelican is one of them, and a lot of other creatures as well. But overall, I think the film was a solid movie. They do, however, meet a family that came down to their pond to migrate at the beginning of the film, and they said they were going to Jamaica. And the dad didn't want to at first, the dad duck, but he eventually did. Mac, I think his character's name is, and Pam actually, I think that's Gwen or Pam, one of them, actually decides to convince him to go down to Jamaica, do a little migration trip or whatever. So, overall, the story is solid. It's not one of my favorite films of last year, but it's a solid film. It had a solid story. So, if I were to give this movie an overall score, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Average film, not one of the best films of last year, but it's got an average story, average script. The premise was interesting enough. I thought this movie was going to be a boring dud at first, but no, it impressed me as the rest of the movie went on and progressed. But overall, this movie's fine. Aquafina plays a character named Chump, one of the pigeons or whatever, heavy-set pigeon, but I think her performance was pretty good too, and the other performances are pretty solid. So Danny DeVito plays Uncle Dan or whatever in this movie, but I think the script had something going for it, and it was solid for what it was. So pretty much 7.5 out of 10 for this 83-minute film, Migration. Thank you for watching this movie review tonight.